Hi, everybody. How are you today? David, when it's time for me to close, just say one more. Artist in time and such. So I'm just going to go right into it. My name is Shanna. I'm a poet, painter, and I create art events. I'm an art consultant. I currently run a writers group held at City Lights Gallery. I've done work with the Housatonic Museum and the YMCA and all different programs, creating writing programming, art programming, and I'm author of a book, Unravelling My Thoughts. There's a lot more, but who has time? Okay. This is for the women who march and who want to march and who can't march, but it's in their hearts to march and just to speak up. If a woman falls, if the core of the earth was a heart, the wail of a woman would cause it to shatter. The stretch of her arms into hope would crack limbs. Her fall to the surface would cause earthquakes. Her tears would compete with oceans. Maybe we're just not thirsty enough to care. What if scabs were the only gift and skin didn't grow back? Would drying up be enough? Would we journey with the same confidence? Would we become less clumsy in the name of saving ourselves? If a woman falls in a community, does anybody hear? Does the sound of her bones hitting the earth cause someone to look? Will they miss the grace of her stature, the wrinkles in her skin, the brown in her eyes, the crinkle of her hair, her voice over her children, hands mixing her truth? Women are structured with spirits and bodies that bend to make room for lovers, families, babies, ideas, feelings, and other human necessities. It is when we splinter that someone should worry. When our voices sound like glass breaking on metal floors and our brows bend in concern, when we have no idea how to surrender to the reality that there are things we cannot change, and we may lack the humility to recognize it. Bends. How many harsh words fill a spirit? Is there a time limit on invisibility? On only being seen when palms hold offerings that nurture others into themselves? Who hugs her humanity without ulterior motives? She breathes in so you can breathe out, bleeds so you can be flesh, and only asks for respect. Some rain and sun for survival. She is not perfect, often harsh, loud, and demanding, preoccupied with the idea of being broken, yet still prepared to sway through storms that come while cracking under the intensity of sunsets. S-O-N, sets. Don't wait until sunset to thank her. When her hands are no longer steady enough to part your hair, pull you close, clean the debris, cut and feed you nourishment, wrap you in her inhale, exhale for calm when she is overwhelmed by the many voices speaking her name in unison. When her life passes before her eyes, make sure there are fewer memories of your back turned. Because God hears it when a woman falls and recognizes the ones who were always listening for her heartbeat. Can you pull Maya up? Can you hear me if I'm close for David? Okay. So many years ago, many years ago, I went to see Maya Angelou speak. And she was one of my favorite poets since I was little. And one of the things that really stood out for me that day beyond, like seeing her in real life, was this woman that was standing next to me, equally as excited as I was, said, I looked at her, I said, I'm so excited, oh my God, a groupie moment. And, and then she was like, I'm just so happy to be alive at the same time as her. And I think that really resonated for me. Beyond Maya, but there's so many people who We're so lucky to witness their greatness, and they could have been alive in a different time than you. But there's a reason why what they do is going to impact you, right? But when she passed away, everybody was calling me like she was my mama. And, and I realized how much people, I knew I loved her, but I didn't realize how much other people knew I loved her. And how much of an effect she had on so many other people. So I painted a rainbow in our clouds because she had a poem, a song that she sang. If you ever watch Oprah's Life Class with Maya Angelou, it said when it looked like the sun wasn't going to shine anymore, God put a rainbow in the clouds. So she's our rainbow in the clouds. For Maya Angelou, you are a completed poem that we must read to somebody. You are prayer, light, words after years of silence, dreams manifested, deja vu. You are sonnets, haikus, villanelles, free verse. You are everything that needs to be said when leaders leave us. Tragic, bloody. You are healing reflection reminding us of ourselves. Little girl poets with voices, with song, with dramatic presentation. You are love unrequited, love in abundance. God is love is giving. You are a gift, forgiveness. 3 a.m. Can't sleep with these words in my head, my heart, my skin. Got to release these words. Got to give them back to the universe, to the people, to the earth. You are freedom, taking power back, not being victimized as long as we tell the story. You are the fear that words kill and the proof that words save. Abandoned and defended, daughter, sister, lover, friend, artist, mother, ancestor, mother of words, spine of the book and body, pages of connectivity to us, to God, to truth, to love, strong and vulnerable, nurturer of imagination, motivator of creativity. Mrs. Flowers was right, you know. How she said you won't fall in love with poetry until it passes through your lips. Your poems, they passed through my lips, all phenomenal, full, and rising. Beyond the sky and clouds, beyond stars and night, beyond us, you rise and you show up, sometimes as a rainbow in our clouds, a vibrant reminder that we can illuminate even the darkest of spaces. Brown girls illuminate dark places with poems, song, and passion. Maya Angelou, this is how you made me feel. This is what generations to come will learn. This is what we will all remember, your legacy. You will continue to rise, to rise, to rise. Earth angel, you took flight. It is our turn to love you with liberation. That was your lesson. It will take courage. You will always be honored, read, memorized. You will seep into our bones, undertone our poems. Sometimes you will rhyme, you will sing, but mostly you will be your legacy. You will be present in your legacy. We will dream and remember everything that you gave us. We will be thankful for everything that you gave us. God matched your wide, full smile when you returned home. There was serenades of a job well done. There was your mother, Amiri, Langston, Malcolm, and Martin waiting to welcome you home. A celebration, a throne. There was love there, as there is love here. You have nothing to fear. We have nothing to fear. Your words are still spoken into God's ears. This is part poem, all prayer. Amen. David. Our grandmothers. Grandmothers? Okay. Twins. Um, so I wrote this poem for my great-grandmother, and recently, after the transition of my grandmother, I see how it's not just about one person, it's about grandmothers who are grand, right? Mama, life is not the radio, so I cannot listen to you in my leisure time. Adjust your voice to be as loud or soft as I need. Ooh. Okay, breathe it out. Adjust your voice to be as loud or soft as I need to maintain focus. Drive a little longer and calm my nerves with you. The times when you would speak are silent and awkward, as if something offensive was said and the universe was awaiting my reaction, as if it needs a tear to fall for balance or my body to shift and make room for rain. There is no such thing as longer. Only voices called memories and visions called missing. Nobody calls me baby the same way. Ugh. So I keep it in my heart and ears and take it with me wherever I go. I love you, baby. I love you, baby. No one can mimic your way because it's yours. Life is not the radio, but I pray we can always be in tune. I can be sun and you can be moon, rising and falling in different lights, but somehow responsible for the other's illumination. I love you. I love you too, Mama. I love you. I love you too, Mama. I love you. Whew. Thank you.